On today's video, I'm going to tell you why I think the Honda Ridgeline is one of the best pickup trucks you can buy. And yes, it is a pickup truck. Watch this. Now, I always look forward to getting a pickup because I actually really do like trucks. But most of the time, I have actually no use for it. However, this week, this is the perfect opportunity to highlight some of the features in this mid-size Ridgeline because it is horse jumping competition week for the girls. It's the very first big horse show. It's the season opener. So all week long, we have gone back and forth to the show park, and having a pickup, regardless of any size, is just so handy for carrying all the tack, and you get saddles and you're going in and out. But we're going to talk about all that in just 1 second. First of all, for 2024, what's new for the Ridgeline? A standard 7-inch screen now. On this one, we also get a standard 9-inch screen, Apple CarPlay wireless, Android Auto, yeah, this is the TrailSport edition. So on top of some of the new additions, what you do get is you get some badging for TrailSport, of course. You also get all-terrain tires mounted on 18-inch pewter colored wheels. All Ridgelines get 18-inch wheels, by the way, but this TrailSport gets the all-terrain tires. You also get some underbody protection, so some skid plates for the oil pan and things like that. The suspension has been retuned for an off-road suspension, but it doesn't compromise the actual on-road ride quality, because that's one thing that this really shines. And we tested this when it first launched quite a few years ago, and we went back to back with different mid-sized pickup trucks, and what a difference this does off-road. And I'm not talking rock crawling or jumping the truck. I'm talking, gravel roads, washboard roads, grass fields at higher speeds. This thing sucks it up, where other trucks would actually kind of want to bounce you off, within a corner, for instance. And it's really, really noticeable. We just got out of the brand new Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. We did a test on that. We also tested the Land Cruiser, and we had a walk around with the new 4Runner. Love those trucks. Different category though, seriously. The TRD Pro and that Trail Hunter, we actually jumped one of those trucks. It was wild. So make sure to watch those videos if you haven't already. It's part of our Toyotathon. But this is what most people are going to use their truck for. Yes, there is the 1%ers that are going to go rock crawling, overlanding. Hey, if you're doing that all the time, then yeah, this Ridgeline is not for you. But if you're in the other 99% that need truck capability in a mid-size form factor, this is going to be really, really capable for you. So under the hood, 3.5 liter V6 is tried and true. You have 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. That's matched to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Everything runs really good. It's not too sluggish at all. Fuel economy wise, we are approaching 300 kilometers of driving over the week, and we're averaging 11.2 liters per 100K. I'll leave the miles per gallon conversion down there as well for you guys. And is it the greatest mileage? Absolutely not, but this is, a larger type of vehicle. Towing is 5,000 pounds, which is on par between 5,000 and 6,000 in this class of mid-sized truck. And so it's just, even though it's not a body on frame truck, it still has the same capabilities. And then we get to, the utility of this vehicle. I gotta say, first of all, that tailgate, it's a dual action tailgate. So not only does it fold down like a conventional tailgate, it can actually open up like a door as well. And I found this so useful. Whether I'm going and loading things out of it, or like one of my big scooters I was bringing to the show park, because one thing that's as common as horses and dogs at a horse show is scooters now. They're the new pit bike, and everyone's got scooters, and they're just really handy. So anyway, bringing the scooter out, it's a 100-pound scooter. It's so handy not having to have that lip further out, and it's great. By the way, that box is 5.3 feet long, almost 5.4 actually. If you have that tailgate down, you're extending it basically to 7 feet. So decent room. You want to put a dirt bike back here, no problem. It's going to fit absolutely no problem. And then we get to the in-bed trunk. Once again, I think it's as revolutionary as the Ford F-150 Lightning's frunk, which I absolutely love because it's so big and useful. Well, this same thing. It's really, really useful. I put bottles of water. I put all sorts of things in there, including my other scooter fits right into there, and I can actually close it. It's watertight. It's secure storage area, and there's a drain plug. So we actually took one of these vehicles one time to a Seahawks game, and we did some tailgating through the back of, just filled it full of ice and put our beverages in there, no problem. It acted like a cooler. It was awesome. When you're done, open up that drain plug and down it goes. Like it's so versatile. And then in front of that, there is a spare tire. So even though you're using up that area where you would normally have a spare underneath the truck usually, they still included a spare tire. Albeit, it might be a little hard to get at if you have things in the bed, but I think that's a fair compromise. Unless if you're loaded up with a whole bed load of soil or something, that's definitely not going to be convenient, but at least it is there and you actually have it. So that's really, really good for exterior. Now, if you go into the black edition, that also comes with a 400 watt inverter. This one does not come with that. I don't really mind that. I have my own power generators, and I honestly don't find 400 watts actually enough. It's actually very, very low. It's not going to power a lot of things for 400 watts. Yeah, you're on maybe a portable compressor or something, but you're not going to be powering an air fryer or a hair dryer or maybe even a coffee maker. Maybe not even that. So yeah, no big deal there. Now on the inside, lots of comfort. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel on here. We have the TrailSport logo on the back of the seats and the orange stitching. It's a nice touch. It's very, very comfortable here. When you go to the back, good seating for 3. But I love how the seats flip up. They flip up, they lock in place. You have this big area. You can put long items in there. I actually had my Bluetti refrigerator sitting in the back here, and it was there. It's been there all week. And just in and out, and it's been great. Having that ability, if I needed to put a seat down, I could put a seat down if I want. I've got a wagon, I've got so much stuff. So there's just so much utility in this vehicle. Couple things that I do wish that it had is, first of all, this one's not equipped with ventilated seats, but if you go into the black edition, that is equipped with ventilated seats. But there is no 360 camera on here. And the screen, I find, goes with the interior of the angle, but it's kind of at an odd angle. We're just so used to the kind of more upright screens, and I think that's why. So it fits in very well, but I think maybe I'd like to be able to tilt it up a little bit. But other than that, great storage in the middle console. We have wireless charging. I mentioned you got the CarPlay in there. Stereo sounds good. We have memory seats. Yeah, so it has everything that you need. And yeah, if you do not need a full-size truck, this is what you want. Especially, I really wanted an F-150 Lightning. A lot of you guys might know that I've been trying to talk Cynthia, my wife, into one of them for quite a while. I think it'd be great, especially for everyday driving and for the horse stuff, but it's just too big. She's tried to drive it, and I'd have a way better chance talking her into something like this, something mid-size that runs on this unibody chassis, because we don't really need the extreme heavy-duty payload of a full-size truck. And she's driven this, and she agreed. She actually says, I actually don't mind driving it. She would like a 360 camera, that she didn't mention, but she was just like, wow, it just feels like driving a car. So anyways, what's it going to cost you to get into a new Ridgeline TrailSport? It starts at 53,122 Canadian dollars. It is the middle of the pack. If you want to go up one trim, that's the top of the line, that is the black edition. You're gonna add on about $3,000, and that's gonna get you some different wheels. You're also gonna get a different audio system, navigation, the ventilated seats, and you're gonna get that 400 watt inverter. So it's up to you. Personally, I would go for this TrailSport. I think I'd save the $3,000. I don't need navigation. I have CarPlay anyways. Ventilated seats would be nice. Don't need that 400 watt inverter, and I'd like to keep $3,000 in my pocket. And I don't think that this updated suspension for the off-road makes a big difference for the on-road performance. So if there was a big compromise for that, and if it was really, really rough, I would say, yeah, go for the black, but I wouldn't say that at all for this trail edition. So I think Honda's done a good job packaging this thing. It's not over the top at all. Everything's very useful, and it's priced fairly decent. So anyways, that's why I think this is one of the best pickup trucks that you can buy. And I gotta say, like, it has been invaluable this week, and the size is really handy. Sometimes there's not a lot of parking spots even at the show park, and it's nice to have something that just fits right in, handy for the grocery stores, ducking in for groceries on the way home, everything about it. It's almost perfect. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I know you're gonna say it's not a real truck. It's got a bed, it carries stuff. It's a truck to me. Anyways, see you in the next video. Ciao.